The Sower and the Seeds, a powerful story. The morning sun rose slowly over the quiet hills near the Sea of Galilee. A soft golden light spread across the land, touching the fields where farmers had already begun their work. The air carried the scent of earth and grain, and the distant sound of waves gently meeting the shore. On that day, a great crowd gathered around Jesus Christ. People came from every direction, fishermen with rough hands, farmers with tired eyes, mothers holding children close, and curious listeners searching for hope. They pressed closer and closer, eager to hear him speak. Seeing the growing crowd, Jesus stepped into a small wooden boat and sat down. The water became his stage, and the shore his audience. The people stood silently, their eyes fixed on him, waiting. Then he began to speak. Not with commands, not with complicated words, but with a story. "Listen," he said, his voice calm yet filled with authority. "A farmer went out to sow his seed." The people immediately understood. This was their world, their life. They could see the farmer in their minds, walking slowly through the field, his hands casting seeds across the land. But as he scattered the seeds, Jesus continued, different things happened. Some seeds fell along a hard path that cut through the field. The ground there was dry and packed tight from the footsteps of many travelers. The seeds lay exposed, unable to sink into the soil. Within moments, birds swooped down from the sky. They pecked quickly, carrying the seeds away. Gone, before they ever had a chance to grow. Other seeds fell on rocky ground. At first, everything seemed promising. The soil was thin, but the seeds quickly sprang to life. Green shoots pushed through the surface, reaching eagerly toward the sun. For a brief moment, it looked like success. But beneath the surface, there was a problem. There was no depth. When the sun climbed higher and its heat grew stronger, the plants began to struggle. Without deep roots to hold them, they withered under the burning light. And just as quickly as they had appeared, they died. Still, the farmer continued. Some seeds fell among thorns. These seeds began to grow too. Small plants emerged, fighting their way upward. But they were not alone. Thick, thorny weeds surrounded them, growing faster and stronger. Slowly, they wrapped around the young plants, stealing their sunlight, their space, their life. The plants tried to survive. But the thorns were relentless. In time, the life was choked out of them. Then, finally, some seeds fell on good soil. Rich, deep, ready. These seeds sank into the earth, hidden from sight. Days passed, then weeks, and slowly, life began to rise. Strong roots grew deep beneath the surface. Healthy plants reached upward, standing firm against wind and heat. And when the season came, they produced a harvest beyond imagination. 30 times more. 60 times more. Even 100 times more than what was planted. A miracle of growth. A reward of patience. A sign of life at its fullest. The crowd stood in silence. They understood farming. But this felt like something more. Later, when the crowds had gone, the disciples came to Jesus. Their faces showed curiosity. "Why do you speak to them in stories like this?" they asked. Jesus looked at them with calm understanding. "These stories," he said, "carry truth for those willing to hear." Then he revealed the deeper meaning. The seed, he explained, is the word of God, and the soil is the human heart. The seeds on the path are those who hear the truth but do not understand it. The message never enters their hearts. It is taken away quickly, just like the birds taking the seed. The seeds on rocky ground are those who receive the truth with joy. They are excited at first, but their faith has no depth. When trouble comes, when life becomes difficult, they fall away. The seeds among thorns are those who hear the truth, but their lives are filled with worry, desire, and distraction. Wealth, fear, and worldly concerns choke the truth until it can no longer grow. But the seeds on good soil. Here, his voice softened. These are the ones who hear the truth, understand it, and hold onto it. Their lives grow strong, producing goodness, purpose, and lasting change. The disciples listened carefully. This was more than a farming story. It was a mirror, a reflection of every human heart. Jesus ended with a simple but powerful truth. Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear. And in that moment, the message became clear. The question was no longer about the farmer, or the seeds, or even the soil. The question was, what kind of soil are you? Moral: the truth is given to everyone, but only those who truly receive it grow.